Yo, yo, what is good? What is good, boys? Right, so today took a loss on the new 50K challenge, and we learned a lot, bro. I'm not gonna lie, we're gonna go over everything real quick, but lost 440, so about 1%. So yeah, again, I passed my first funded challenges yesterday, so they're not even on here anymore. So I decided to instead, buy my account and trade it today on a possibly an unprobable day on a Friday, even though we have news. I decided to just go ahead and buy a 50K challenge instead of activating my accounts for the time being. Then next week, and I'll get into actually, trading the other accounts, the actual funded accounts, if there is good setups. So yeah, bought this account and made a few mistakes today, right? And yeah, so let's just get straight into it. So going into the day, I wanted to see originally higher prices, okay? And the reasoning for that was because if you look at New Day Open, what do we do during Asia? We obviously accumulated, right? We engineered a lot of sell-side liquidity, okay? So very smooth lows, all right here, and very smooth highs. Okay, so what happens, right? We have smooth highs and smooth lows. Holy, bro. Someone's fucking stomping. Right. And what we do is when London opens, what do? We protract lower. We retrace lower into the range that we were never able to retrace down into yesterday, okay? We pumped towards the end of the New York AM session, and I wanted to see possibly this discount BISI met, or at least the equilibrium met. And as you can see, we ended up reaching that level, right? So we ended up reaching these levels last night, and sadly, it would have been perfect, but sadly there was no SMT at these lows. Both indices swept the sell side here, and then from there, price continued higher. So at this point, we swept the smooth lows from Asia, and we still had the smooth highs, right? And look at this, okay? This is the perfect example of just beautiful ass textbook LR, okay? Low resistance liquidity, right? You see, just by looking at it, this trend line, okay? This is a lot. There's a lot of stops built up right here, because retail traders every single time it's getting close to these these highs, and then rejecting their thing, and that's an area of resistance, okay? In this scenario, so every single time, they're taking trades off of the bounces off of this trend line, okay? That they draw out, and soon enough, the LRLR, once it sets up and we manipulate, we target it, okay? And we stop all the traders out that are still in the trade, going shorts or whatever, right? So that's the whole, reasoning why I was bullish. This, as well as we swept smooth sell side, we tapped into equilibrium of the prior day expansion during New York, and we started to see a larger expansion going into New York session, okay? And this is what I want y'all boys to really focus on and get from this video, okay? Because I've mostly fixed this problem. I've pretty much fixed this problem. And it's the reason why I pass these accounts, right? My main issue in my trading is that I've had in the past month or so is trading on improbable days, okay? Trading and being forceful, thinking I can win in bad conditions, okay? And as you can see, this shit is not to be messed with, okay? Look at these 15-minute candles, okay? Just look at these. Okay, I don't care if it's before or after 8:30, okay? It doesn't matter. Okay, anytime near the open, if it looks like this, and we don't have maybe high impact news, like extreme high impact, like CPI, NFP, that's understandable that we may have some candles like this, okay? But we have just normal ass, PP or PMI news at what? At 9:45. We have normal PMI news at 9:45. So it's nothing huge, okay? And we have candles like these, okay? Very wicky. We're not even forming lows on the 15-minute. There's no 15-minute lows really. They're all getting canceled out, and it's just a high resistance liquidity run. That's all this is. All this is, okay? It's just accumulating buy and sell stops, and yeah. So what we did was we formed SMT at the prior day high, okay? And at this moment, we had this 15-minute BISI, okay? We already inverse these two right here, so I wanted to see price retrace down at this level for a continuation higher to possibly sweep out this high, as well as this premium daily should be up here. This would be our final target, right? And what happened was that we failed to retrace down in here. We formed this like a little shitty ass SMT. ES had a low right here. This is not really this is not a low right here because the low to the right of it is not lower than this, or not higher, so it's not up here. That would make this a low, but it's not. It's not a low, but I would still consider this a possible manipulation, especially if we ended up trading down to this 50-minute BISI. Then it would be full longs all day, even if we did have a shitty SMT like this. Okay. Shouldn't have been trading in the first place anyway, but you know what I'm saying. So at this point, bias was 50-50. Okay, bias was 50-50. You know, you could validate. I was trying to validate both longs and shorts. Okay, I was saying. Now I took the trade within this candle right here. Okay, in this candle I took the short. Okay, this huge dump. Okay. So at the time we completely, you know, failed to retrace into this 15-minute BISI. So what I wanted to see was us to retrace into this 15-minute BISI and then do whatever from there. Okay, but that's still a gamble. It's still 50-50. Right here, we don't need to trade into this 15-minute BISI. Why do we have to? Okay, we can. I mean, obviously, we're failing to right here. We form this very minor SMT at the lows. We can just continue higher and ripping through this LRLR to the daily SIBI. Okay, so I was just back and forth my bias. Again, it's just improbable days in trading these days that I shouldn't be trading. And so what I did was I got forceful and I decided to enter in a trade, even though my bias was, you know, I wasn't sure about my bias. Okay, so. And, you know, entered off of emotions, made that mistake. Entered off this BPR break right here. We got about a 6-point close. My stop loss to this high. And I targeted this low down here, which is the London low, I believe. Yes. So a solid 107 points. As you can see, the trade ended up playing out break even. So, right here. And I believe that this setup would have made sense. And this would have never happened if this was on a high probability day. But if we had high impact news and it was maybe a Tuesday through Thursday, right, and everything was aligning, there was no like multiple you know, high time from SMTs that were converging, this play we would have inversed this right here. I've seen this a lot, all the time. See this shit inverse right here, support, turn, resistance, inversion, and then we fucking dump lower. Okay, all this engineered sell side over here. And today with this, the bad price and the bad price action we had, the low probabilities that we had, that I decided to trade, that I decided to click the button on, we ran back up for fucking really no apparent reason. Yes, we have an order block here, but if price is, you know, if price is really efficient and price is moving the way it normally does on, you know, high probability days when it moves the best, it's not going to fucking run up all the way up here, okay? The most it'll probably do, especially with this type of momentum right here, the most it'll do, if we even do that, is retrace up into the SIBI. Okay, but the majority of the time, when we dump this much, a lot of times these end up being a breakaway gap. Okay, so you don't even want to see this retrace up into. So as you can see, the trade ended up playing break even. I would have put my break even right here when we got a strong close below. So I probably would have waited until about right here. Stop loss to break even. And then, as you can see, price never hit full TP, and we just ran up higher to stop me out at break even. But got stopped out right here. Let me show you the executions real quick. But yeah, it was like a quick, like I think 5-minute trade. But yeah, bro, just learning that lesson. Once I saw this trade fail the way it did and then almost play out fully, I just knew all these setups within here, people are just gonna get absolutely cooked. This is search and destroy profile, and it really was. And it just wasn't a good day, to be honest. I'm kind of disappointed that I took a trade that I, you know, the first trade on my account, this new account, was a L. I'm glad it wasn't my funded. I don't think I would have ever taken this type of trade on my funded account. I would have never done it. But the problem I had was I had the mindset going into today that, you know, I can now treat these funded challenges that I buy like it's fucking, you know, clockwork, like it's gonna be easy, right? I can trade, you know, whatever day. It doesn't matter if it's a low probability or high probability. I can trade 4 or 5 times a week, and then on my funded account, I can trade, you know, once, twice a week on the A+ setups only. Okay, but this account I can just fuck around. Okay, you know, that is something huge I learned today. Okay, and from now on, you're not gonna be seeing me trade shitty days on purpose. On either account, okay? I'm going to be copy trading them. So I'm going to be copy trading my 50K. I'm just going to activate one 50K for now. I'm going to leave the other one out, just for the time being. And then I'm going to, you know, use the 50K account the combine as well that I'm working on right now, as well as the actual funded account. So I'm gonna be copy trading those two, and only trading maybe 2 or 3 times a week when A plus setups show up, when the best price action is presenting itself, and I'm very very jeez, bro, my head's going fucking blank, boys. I'm very trusting in my bias, right? Those are the only days I'm gonna be trading from now on, funded account or not. So, yeah, a lot of lessons learned today. After this happened, after me getting stopped out, we ended up just continue kind of fucking chopping around. I believe we formed SMT at these lows over here. Did we not? Yeah, so we formed like a little minor SMT at this lower here. And then, as you can see, I told all the boys in the Discord that I personally would stop fucking trading this. I would not get in for the rest of the day after seeing a trade like that fail, as well as converging at high time from SMT holding. Okay, when we got this fucking push up right here and we were holding this 15-minute bullish SMT as well as this 15-minute prior day high bearish SMT, I knew that price is going to range within it until one of them was broken, and we literally chopped within the entire day. Okay, and something that I did was we were still holding the bearish SMT, and then during PM session I ended up taking a short on my paper, obviously, but I measured the low to the high of the distribution of pretty much this entire AM session. Very shit, obviously, very shit distribution, but want to see a retracement lower, especially after us still holding this SMT at the prior day high. Retrace lower into the equilibrium of the expansion range, if you even fucking call it an expansion. And then I targeted the lunch lows, okay, so right here. These are lunch lows, 12:01 p.m. perfectly, and then engineered even more sell side right here. And then it continued higher, held the SMT, and then this is where I started looking for shorts, right? So beautiful London lunch lows, which is very good targets for the New York PM session, going into New York PM session. And I ended up taking this on my paper, right? I'm taking this short right there, put my stop loss. I believe it was, there's no value gap right here, so I'll put it right here. Oh, shit. And then targeted right here. Okay, so decent 1.7R trade. I did end up getting out at break even. Okay, but my trade idea ended up playing out fully. But as you can see, let me go back real quick, my fault. We inversed this very well, and then we ran higher. Respected it very cleanly right here. But after seeing price chop back and forth, back and forth, back and forth like this, and price got down, even though it is a paper account, it doesn't fucking matter. I'm treating this shit, all these accounts, every single one of them, even the paper ones, with respect and with, I'm not degenning on this shit because I'm treating them all the same, like they're all real accounts, because how you practice is how you're going to perform, okay? So if you're going to, shit around on practice accounts and all that stuff, you're going to pretty much essentially treat your live accounts and all that the same way, because you're kind of building the habit of chasing that little dopamine hit, okay? So, yeah, when we ended up hitting the equilibrium, or not the equilibrium, bro, the break-even point, my entry point, that's when I went break-even for like a loss of like $20-something. Let's see what it shows. No, it doesn't. Yeah, for like a loss of $50. So yeah, exited right here. Got up position because I just realized how shitty price was, how bad it was moving. And again, I've never traded PM session. I'm just starting to get used to trading PM session. Actually catching some decent plays during the week, like actual like high probability days where we get decent expansions during the New York AM session, and the PM sets up pretty nicely. But on a day like today, I've never really traded PM session, so I was just testing it and seeing how it was. As you can see, yes, it played out, but it was very dog shit, and my stop loss got fucking clipped, damn near clipped, right? So hope you all enjoyed today's video, found something helpful from it or insightful. If y'all have any more questions, you can leave all that shit in the description. I'll do my best to respond. If you want to join the Discord below, it's completely free. It's a killer ass community of a bunch of guys just trying to level up in their trading, level up in their life and their personal development, and man, just building community is just fucking great to see y'all boys grow, and I enjoy growing with y'all. So if y'all want to join that, all that will be in the description, and I hope y'all boys have a blessed day. Peace out.